The Frenchman who is speaking to you today has no other claim to be addressing you other than having for 4 years been the citizen of a country enslaved and humiliated as Romania was. So it is not any official way of speaking that I can adopt with you today, nor the authoritative manner that more important personages might allow themselves. But it does seem to me that I can speak to you as one of those seemingly anonymous millions of men who made up the French people under oppression. Like everyone in my country, I know the ties that have always bound Romania and France. But those ties, translated into the language of chancelleries or of academic lectures, have always struck me as a bit abstract. If it was necessary to speak only about them, I should have nothing to say to you. But for 4 years there has been a European community in which the French people and the Romanian people have formed other ties, and which is a community of suffering. It is here that I am able to speak. I have no taste for oratorical warnings, and that is why I shall say, as I think, that Romania and France entered shame at the same time and left it at the same time. This is what makes our resemblance and our common destiny, and it is this that should help us understand each other better. For if it is not shared shame and revolt which bring people closer, then nothing in the world can bring them closer, and they are condemned to eternal solitude. Barely emerged from nights of oppression, Europe is obliged to acknowledge her solidarity. We now know that everything which threatens Romanian freedoms threatens French freedom, and that conversely, everything which hurts a Frenchman affects at the same time the freemen of Romania. We know that we shall save ourselves together, with all the other peoples of Europe, or we shall perish together. And that is fine. What we were unable to do in the days when intelligence was free and happy, we shall perhaps do after all these years in which it was insulted and desperate. I know that some among you are concerned for France, and retain the memory of her greatness. I know that they are asking, what is she doing? What is she going to do? It is a question I cannot answer. Frenchmen of my age, when they think about their country, experience an anguish they cannot share with anybody. But I can tell you at least what we do know for sure. We are sure that France, and with her Europe, will not be remade from one day to the next. We know that political greatness is lost more quickly than it is achieved. But we know, too, that there are forms of greatness which are for all time, even though they are not obtained painlessly. It is these forms of greatness which motivate us, because they are not based on hatred or oppression. I am referring to justice and freedom. We who have so detested injustice and been fired by the hope of freedom for so many years, we no more desire an unjust country than an oppressed country. It seems to me, Romanian friends, that you and the whole of Europe can freely share these forms of greatness with us.